Hey everybody, it's Peak Marketing Service. Today we're going to cover a case study of how we took a fulfillment center from 300 visits a month to 3,000 visits a month, a little over actually. And that's a 900% increase. And we're going to tell you exactly how we did it. We did it the same way that we do it for ourselves and for all of our other clients. Again, for those of you who are not familiar, if you're new to Peak Marketing Service, we did not get started in the SEO digital marketing portion side. We got started in this business practicing what we preach. We said, hey, we don't want to go out there and peddle for SEO services, which by the way, we don't even do to this date. We never seek out clients. Clients seek us out. So what did we do? We started our business as a lead generation company. We got in the B2B side, generating leads for over 100 different industries: coffee service, metal storage containers, payroll services, water delivery, you name it. We were in that space. And later we moved on to the home improvement side, where we were capturing leads for replacement window companies, HVAC, roofers, and so forth. So we've got our hands sort of in all kinds of different pots. We're proving in hundreds of different industries that repeating this practice, white hat SEO services, if you continue to do it over and over and over, this stuff will work. So today's case study is a fulfillment center. Great client, has a phenomenal business, very successful. Actually, the guy owns two successful companies in similar industries, but very different. Well, order fulfillment is a big business, and these are people who are usually able to capture traffic nationwide. So we started with this client in January 2018. Let's go ahead and slide over here to Google Analytics. I'm showing you just a screenshot in general here, but this is Google Analytics. Here's where we got started. Actually, I started January 31st, picked the wrong date. So anyway, in January of 2018, they actually had 296 visits. Matter of fact, let's just pull it up so nobody has to be concerned if we're misquoting any data. I like everyone to feel comfortable with what they're seeing. So here we go. 296 visits in January 2018. That's where we got started. This client needed to capture more leads. He's obviously has several other marketing strategies that are very effective, but he saw a need for, or the opportunity and the need for capturing leads organically through Google search. Clients are looking for, you name it, I don't care what space you're in, people are looking for you online. And again, he's got the ability to capture leads, not just in his own backyard, but all across the United States. And the client here, he's paying, I'm guessing roughly $5 per click, which adds up. We love pay-per-click. It's immediate gratification. But the downside is you're going to pay per click every single time. You're never going to lower your marketing cost on a pay-per-click campaign. Although we are pro pay-per-click, we're just saying that in the long run, organic search is the way to go. So when I met with this client, we were actually looking to hire them for another business we were starting. We started talking about this, and sure enough, that led to us taking on the campaign. But when I met with this client, the first thing I said is, understand this is the CEO of the company. I said, listen, SEO is, it's not like pay-per-click. It's not you pump in the quarters and out come the visitors. You've got to work at it. It's, I always compare it to someone who works out. You cannot walk into a gym, throw up a couple bench presses and think you're going to be just buff and tough. And it doesn't work that way. SEO is about continually working at it. It's about constantly improving. And the more you do it, the more gains you're going to see, the more results you're going to see. In this case, this client started out, he had a great website, he had a great product. There's nothing wrong with what he was doing, but Google was not, at least at that time, seeing him as an authority was the first problem we identified. We had to fix that through some link building. And two, the website was not communicating to the search engines that, hey, we're available for service, not just right here, but in Phoenix and Houston and Philadelphia, and Austin. And so that was what we wanted to do. We wanted to make sure that they were an authority and that the search engines were aware, hey, our services are available in these other markets. So what we realized is at roughly $5 a click, we're going to need to drive another 500 visits a month to this client's website in order to just break even. Now, one thing's very important here. I'm going to throw this out here. A lot of SEO companies love to throw up blog posts that are low competition. Nobody cares about ranking for them, the keywords, because, well, they don't convert to leads. So these people, you know, they throw up a blog post, you get 600-700 visits a month. And the SEO is pounding their chest. Look at us. We drove your traffic up 600 visitors a month. But the client understandably is saying in the back of his head, who cares? I don't care about visits. I care about sales. I care about conversions. I'm telling you, when you do this stuff right, us driving 60 more visits a month to a website is going to blow away someone throwing up a sloppy blog, hoping it sticks, gets a bunch of visits, but doesn't convert to leads and therefore doesn't convert to sales. I'd rather get a blog post that's only generating 20, 30, 40, 50 visits a month, but the query is relevant to what your prospects, the questions that your prospects have online. So here it is. This is where we started. It was January, 296 visits. The first thing we did between the first 2 months is we started digging through the website, updating all of the title tags, making sure that they were properly done. And overall, they had a pretty decent setup with their title tags, but they certainly needed some work. And we increased that right out of the bats. They started getting, you see, 395 visits for that month. And then they grew to 400. Right here around month 3 is where we started. In month 2, what we did is we submitted their website to all the different citation websites. We want to make sure that all of their information across hundreds of directories were consistent, meaning you can't have one directory say you're located on XYZ DR and another one say you're XYZ Drive and spelled out DRIVE, and another one say XYZ Drive Suite 203. Everything, and I mean everything, has to be consistent across the board. And you'd be surprised at how many directories pick up your information, but they don't get it the same. So the first thing we do is we make sure your stuff with Info USA, Frog, Yelp, that all of this stuff is connected properly, that the search engines have more trust because they see your information is correct all across the board. So, and as we start going through here, you'll see traffic starts increasing. And immediately in month 3, we began creating targeted city pages. This all started in month 3. We're creating targeted city pages. By that, I mean, my client says, I need traffic in Houston. Mike, I need traffic in Philadelphia. Mike, I need traffic in here. Well, we began building out those pages, optimizing them with unique, relevant content, right? So we start doing that to make sure that the search engines are aware that they are available to do business with anyone who's searching in these particular areas. Then on top of that, we also immediately begin building links to these new pages that we're building and to their core product pages on their website. Why? Links count as votes. I'm not talking about some cheesy link that someone's out there say, hey, give us $100 and we'll get you 50 links. You get what you pay for, I promise you. We're talking about, so we were building guest post links. We were syndicating their content, press releases. So we're continuing to drop in. It's very important that you have a very diversified portfolio of links. You don't want to do one kind of link building. And I want you to see here, so as we're traveling through, we've already gone up 200 visits a month. We're up to 516. Now we start dipping here just a little bit, 476. You'll see in August, 425. And then down a little bit in September. The company did a complete website rebuild. Temporarily, this had a little bit of a hiccup on us. And one of the things we did to rapidly jump this thing up is we built for 2 months, I think, we started building in a few .edu links. These are links that were coming from universities and reputable colleges with a domain authority of 50, 60, and 70. And we did it for maybe 2 months. And then that was it. So I want you to notice all of a sudden what happens. And again, how long did I say? Sometimes this stuff pops in a year. I'm sorry, sometimes this stuff pops in 6 months or 4 months. But usually I tell clients, be prepared to invest a year. And ironically enough, here we go, November, you'll see 500. We get into December, and then we get into January 2019. He pops 929 visits. He's now up 600 visits a month over the original 296. Now we've broken even so far. But again, the idea is never to break even. The idea is to continue to grow and grow and grow. So you'll see February, let's just fast forward. In May, he gets up to 1,600. Fast forward to February 2020, we're at 1,966, call it 2,000. Then by the time we're into May 2020, we're at 2,890, all the way to, if you will, look at the last 2 months, December 2020, keep in mind, that's Christmas time. We still hit 2,985. And last month, January 2021, again, had a record with 3,031 visits. So again, at $5 a click for this particular industry, this client is yielding, it's about a $15,000 a month value for this client if he were to buy this traffic on Google. Again, on Google pay-per-click or Bing or whatever you're doing. Again, I want to point out the the landing pages down here. You'll see this is not like landing on blog pages that are like who wants the traffic. Fulfillment center versus distribution centers, third-party shipping, fulfillment cost explained for people who are just trying to wrap their brain around it. T-shirt fulfillment services, products we fulfill, Los Angeles. I want you to start noticing some of these city pages. So Los Angeles, that page has had 1,100 visits. Houston, 1,000. Miami Fulfillment Center, Denver Fulfillment Center, Chicago Fulfillment Center, 700. San Diego. So I want you to notice that these things are paying off. These are people in these markets who are looking for order fulfillment centers from my client that my client can help them with. So this should be converting into all kinds of leads. We'll pop over here real quick. I want to show you, these are just some of the search terms they're ranking for. Here, and you'll see this was updated today, February the 11th, 2021. Of course, some of this stuff bounces around. You'll see here DC Fulfillment Center, Colorado Springs. That's a weird one, actually. Third-party shipping, they rank #1. Distribution center versus fulfillment center, #1. Sales fulfillment center, Phoenix, Arizona, #1. Weird US there. Fulfillment and distribution. So we're just going to scroll down. I'm not going to like literally cover every one of those. Fulfillment center versus distribution, shipping distribution center, third-party shipping. There's all kinds of keywords that this client ranks for. Fulfillment center, Indianapolis, distribution and fulfillment center, Boston, #1, and so forth. So again, what's the point here, guys? The point is that continually building out links, adding new quality links, not quantity, quality. You're better to have 2 or 3 links a month that are of quality, of high value, that have authority, than you are to get 100 links a month in terms of quantity that have no value. You build links, you have a diversified portfolio. You make sure that you're not just trying to get some cheesy links in here, and especially from the same source. And then you continue to build usually 2 types of content. What are you targeting? Are you targeting a specific market? Are you targeting a specific product? Are you selling different kinds of shoes? Whatever it is, we have all these product or service pages or location pages. And then you always, of course, want to continue to have new, fresh blog posts that not only answer your users' queries that can convert to leads, but you also want to build links within those blog pages that point to your main money pages to help build authority on those pages. So that's today's case study. Again, this is a fulfillment center. Continue to follow us. We love sharing these different case studies with all of our our followers. And again, if you like this video or you have some comments, right below, be sure to like, share, and comment.